Welcome back to Road to Fire. We're a family of four documenting our journey to FIRE, financial independence, retire early. Let's chat about our March 2024 portfolio update. I will share details on all of our current investments, outline our order of investing, and discuss our recent stock purchases with all of our numbers like always, so please hang with me. Now, our investing strategy hasn't changed. Well, for the most part, we still invest in index funds and we use the DCA method or dollar cost averaging method. I know that front-loading our investments will be wiser, and I'm working to get us there in the coming months, but right now that's how we do things. We still check on our investments only once a month and maintain a passive mentality when it comes to investing. It's not easy. With all the hype around AI stocks, I'm not going to lie, I did make a few purchases. Now, if you looked at our total portfolio, we have less than 10% of our dollars allocated to individual stocks. I am a lazy investor because I don't have the time and because it works. I don't want to have to know the PE ratio of a stock, nor do I want to review their financial statements to see how leadership is handling their cash on hand. And I did get a BA in finance, but I don't want to do that at home with my 2 hours of free time a week. I've read many financial books, and they all have pretty much said the same thing when it comes to investing. Pick an index fund, invest in it frequently, and leave it alone. That's it. That is the true secret sauce to investing. Time. No need to watch the rest of this video or any other video on investing. Find an index fund and let it ride. Okay, I'm done. So I always provide a quick background of who we are just in case you're new here or this is the first video on my channel you're viewing. So who are we? We're a family of four living in the Midwest. My husband is 36, working as a project engineer, and I'm 34 and I'm head of innovation at a mid-sized CPG company. Last year, our combined household income was just over $350,000. And we are striving to be close to this year as well. Now, if you haven't seen our latest budget video, check it out here as I outline our financial goals for the year, including how much we plan to invest each month. Now, I think it's always fair to provide location, job, income context to better understand the numbers being presented. It provides a lot of clarity on how we got here and how we invest. So I wanted to outline our investing strategy or order of investing. But first, what is order of investing? Order of investing should answer the questions, where should you invest your money first and why? It's a perfect way to determine a clear sequence of investing to optimize each dollar that you earn or receive. But like personal finance, your order of investing should fit your specific long-term goals. Now, there are several different investment accounts, but here are the most common. Company-sponsored accounts such as 401ks or 403bs, individual retirement accounts including Roths, custodial accounts or college saving plans, taxable brokerage accounts like M1 Finance or Robinhood, and then our favorite, the health savings accounts tied to high deductible health plans. Let's review where we invest first. So here is our order of investing or our overall investing strategy. We did make an entire video about this and I'll link it here. We are in a different position now, so our strategy has shifted, but just slightly. Now, first, we max out our 401ks, and I believe for 2024, the limit is $23,000. We use a simple 401k calculator to determine our percentages, then set it and forget it for the rest of the year. We then fund our HSAs or health saving accounts, which is known for its triple tax advantage. We have a joint insurance plan, so we fund this at the family level with our high deductible plan. We are fortunate to be relatively healthy and have run into limited issues having this type of medical plan. After funding our HSA, we then fund our after-tax brokerage account or our gap account for FIRE. We plan to use this account to cover our annual expenses prior to doing a Roth lateral conversion or tapping into our traditional IRAs. And last but definitely not least, we fund our children's UTMAs or Uniform Transfer to Minors Acts accounts. This is a custodial brokerage account that I manage for my children and will be available for them when they come of age, and this number will differ by state. Now, I don't see us changing our order of investing anytime soon. I know there are mega backdoor Roth activities we could potentially be doing, but both our employers don't have this. Trust me, I've asked. Either way, I'm happy with our strategy and I like to keep things as simple as possible. But first, we had to fatten our emergency fund. After we paid off our debt, we wanted to make sure we had a solid 5 to 6 months runway in our emergency account for the just-in-case moments. Investing became a priority after we hit our emergency fund goal. We've had every type of emergency occur in the last 2 years. My daughter unfortunately went to the urgent care for an unknown fever. We had the heater randomly not work in one of our cars. We had 2 flat tires within 2 weeks, and both windshields somehow got hit by rocks in the following month. Collectively, all these unfortunate incidents have cost us thousands. I'm so glad we have savings to help cover these expenses. To be honest, I really wish we had a full year in our emergency fund, but this year investing is our goal. Now, focusing on savings did slow us down a bit on our FIRE timeline, but I feel with our increased income, we can make up the gap. So I usually don't follow our investments closely, but man, the last few weeks have been very loud on the stock market. If I hear about one more AI stock that exploded, I'm going to lose it. Okay, maybe I'm just a little bit jealous that I missed out on the stock that will remain nameless, but I kind of didn't since we invest in index funds, but you get what I mean. So when I review our investment portfolio, I always break it out by what type of investment accounts we have and outline the balances in each of those accounts. First are our IRAs accounts and Vanguard, which is still 49% of our total portfolio. The balance is just over $317,000. Our IRAs house all of our old 401ks from past jobs, and we always make sure to roll them over to control the fees and our investment options. Next is our after-tax brokerage account, or our bridge to FIRE account. We have grown this over the last few years, and the balance is just under $102,000. So a new line item is equity stock. We invested in a family business. They were raising funds at a set valuation. The valuation has since increased, and our current stock value is just around $75,000. Next are our company's 401ks, which is lower as we both just starting these new jobs. Also, most jobs have that you can't invest in the 401k until after X months, and both of our companies had a long waiting period. The balance right now is about $50,000. We then have about $46,000 in our children's UTMAs, or UTMAs. We opened this for both our children and fund it monthly. We also receive many cash gifts for our children and simply put their birthday money in accounts that fund their UTMAs. Then we have our Roth accounts, which has a balance just over $46,000 with Vanguard. This account is all capital gains as we don't contribute to this account anymore. And last are our HSAs, which is almost $12,000. My husband's company provides a hefty contribution each year as well. So our total portfolio amount in March is $648,848. This is a strong gain month over month for us as the market has been on fire. One thing that is not accounted for is my work equity bonus. I decided not to include this as I don't receive it until term, which is almost 4 years from now. I have no plan on leaving the company, but I probably won't include that until we're closer to that date. It's valued at around $40,000. So our latest individual stock buys were ARM and ADM because I'll get into more detail in a later video. So how do you know if your portfolio is doing well? I pulled the average rate of return of the top U.S. stock indexes to review. Here are the numbers in the last 10 years. The S&P grew by 163% and had an annualized return of 10.2%. The Dow grew by 131% with a return of 8.2%, while the Nasdaq grew by 264% with a return of 13.8%. Can we just put our hands together for this growth run? Okay, so how do we compare? I pulled the numbers from my Vanguard account, which holds most of our accounts. Now, this doesn't include our 401ks, my husband's IRAs, and our HSAs, as well as some of our smaller brokerage accounts. But it does look at $427,000 we have invested, and our rate of return is just under 10% or 9.8%. So right on par with the market, and that makes sense because, well, we invest in index funds. I just can't wait to see what the next 10 years will look like. So wouldn't it be nice to have all your investments in one platform with one brokerage account with one password? Wouldn't that be amazing? Unfortunately, we currently have our investments across 6 different accounts, and this was 8 a few months ago. Vanguard holds most of our investments, but we have Fidelity and Empower for our 401ks. We then use Bank of America and Health Equity for our HSAs, and then I use M1 Finance for our small dividend portfolio. Now, this is where most of our individual stock purchases are made. I like M1 Finance because they use splits and I'm able to keep my pies balanced easily. Now, if I was starting out today investing, I would open an account with Vanguard to begin my financial journey. They have many great tools, funds, and options to meet all of your needs. So patience is the key when it comes to investing. Time in the market is key for long-term growth. I opened my first brokerage account with Vanguard in 2012, which started my unofficial financial journey. And I really began focusing on investing in 2019 when I found the Bigger Pockets podcast. Since then, I have seen compound interest do its thing. Now, I know many analysts feel our market is in a bubble, but I'm not concerned. The DCA method of investing has eliminated most, not all, but most of my fear when it comes to investing. I've learned that consistency is key in almost everything, especially investing. So this year we have planned to invest $50,000 into the market or within another business, and so far we're on track. As our account continues to grow, I'm finally beginning to believe we can hit fire. Now, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe below. Until next time.